Okay, the title of the story is Swingers and Squares. And what I want you to think about is how important is jealousy in your everyday goings on? How many of you have ever been jealous of somebody before? Honestly. Ashley, when were you jealous of somebody?
I don't know. I can't remember times, but I know.
Anybody else? Honestly. Patrice?
I was jealous of a classmate last year.
Okay, I've been jealous of people before. I wanted a new car, and 1, 2, 3 of my girlfriends went out and bought new cars, and there was nothing wrong with the car that I had before, but I was just jealous. So one day I went and put my car in the shop and went upstairs and went downstairs and told them to keep the old one and left with a new car. Just because everybody else had a new car, I said I wanted one too. I didn't really need one, but I was being jealous.
Sally was going to get permission to stay with us a little, and one Thursday she came finally with a sack full of clothes and a paper bag of sweetbread her mama sent. So, does her mom know?
What is sweetbread?
Her mom knows what's going on, right? What are 2 proofs we have already that her mom knows? She sent her with sweetbread to Nia.
How to take care of her.
She's putting lard on all her bruises, so her mom knows this is going on. It's not a mystery. This whole family knows what's going on. Hold up, let's wait. She came with a paper bag of sweetbread her mama sent. Even someone who beats their kid, you're not my daughter, you're not my daughter. Excuse me. What would motivate someone to say that? You're not my daughter, you're not my daughter. Why would he be saying that? Because that makes me wonder. Is he not, he's confused with his relationship with his daughter or what?
If they might have been through, he might have been through experience with his mom where though she was cheating.
So he's looking at his daughter like he's looking at his daughter just like he looks at his wife or something. He's forgetting.
No,
hold up. Let her finish.
He with his wife and something had insecurity basically that and something came up with though it was a rumor spread around that she was cheating. So he might believe he might not have been telling him that not to do it. He might start drinking from it and started abusing her because of something her mom did.
But she talked to the boy. She just talked to a boy. Okay, let's see. Go ahead.
He might just be mad at him denying that his daughter, because if it was his real daughter, she wouldn't be talking to no boy. So he probably just...
All right, class. Today we're going to begin a discussion on a person by the name of Rod Slappy. It comes from an article in our book, Everyday Heroes, and it's going to discuss the work that it took for him to become, or him to go from a person who got suspended a lot to become a person who was able to become a teacher and even start an award-winning program to help youth who are at risk of not doing very well. So we're going to research him. I want you to pay attention to the details that the story gives us, and I also want you to pay attention to the things that took place to help him turn his life around. So we need more programs like this. We need more teachers like Mr. Slappy. She said, Mr. Slappy, in fact, it's the same.
Okay, so everything that's in the blue is the one plot in the story, and everything in the red is the other plot. Do you see how we have 2 different stories going on? Because the one person that is experiencing Dondre talking about his experience, and then he thinks back on his own experience. So we have 2 stories in the one story. And that is how the flashback is giving us the extra information or the additional plot in the story. Right, Brandon?
Segregated. Eagerly. Rebuked. I can't hear you. Assured. Solemn. Foolish. Stunned. Tragic. Okay, somebody choose a word from this list.
It's a time and place that can't be accepted duty. And you can't just give me some.
Your daddy and let him get it. Wear John away. He demanded he give me what I asked.
Or a Mrs. or a Miss anywhere. White folks, young and old, call Ma and Papa straight out by their first name. They the white grown folks I knew accepted to be addressed in proper way.
And he the one that don't never get them what they want because that's John's son.
Chart like the one below listing actions and attitudes on the part of both Mr. Tom B. and John Wallace that led to Wallace shooting of B.
He didn't address him proper, like he's supposed to call him Mr. and he just called him John.
No, there's another question to it.
Oh, is Jeremy the way?
Why do white people of all ages in the book call black people of all ages by their first name? Why do they expect?
Is that the only store around?
It might be the only store around. It might be the closest. Remember, Aunt Callie has a headache.
That's what I said. That's the only time they went in here.
They know they're not welcome there.
They only went in there to get the medicine, right?
They need to get medicine.
That's what I said.
Aunt Callie.
Go in there.
And they go why?
Because they want to go to the store. The medicine. You
They need to get the medicine.
I'm not writing it.
They need to get the medicine. Okay, Sharon, you don't have to. You can have a different opinion. I mean, they're all validated. You're all right. You're arguing sort of the same point. But that's fine.
That's the only reason. I see why.
Okay, and that's fine. You're right. I mean, we found it in the book. You're right. I mean, you guys are arguing sort of the same point. Independent work we are now facing. So after the 4 people have come together with the answers, each one of you has your own sheet to now put the answers onto. Exactly right. Here, is it? Okay, good. Good.
Before we get started, we know at the Composer's Corner, out of your 5 entries for a week, how many entries do I need from here? 2. From the Reading Center, how many entries do I need over here? 2. For a week. And the other 2 stations we have Let's Play with Words and the Data Center. You can choose from one of each of those. So, in your smaller groups, first of all, who wants to go to the Composer's Corner first? Ladies? Who's going to the Reading Center? Come on, Janelle. Mm-hmm. 2 greens per team, 2 yellows per team. Okay? All right, mix them up. Mix them up. Come on, Ash. Well, I'm listening to Andre. What book did you read?
Father Will.
Yes, I'm reading.
All right, this center.
Oh, shit. Finish reading this. You don't eat that.
Okay.
I'm red though.
You're red. No, red team is right there. What you're doing,
They got the old stuff.
Oh, recipe.
Receipt, yo. Oh, that is receipt. That's receipt. That's receipt.
Well, as a second-year teacher, it was much more reassuring to have a set course and set goals and set curriculum that I was going to have to cover in a semester. So, I mean, just right off, I was really elated, and I actually didn't believe that they were going to give me materials, so I kept calling people to make sure, like, really I was going to get the curriculum. But I was really reassured, knowing that someone who's been more experienced than me has come up with what I'm going to teach my kids for the semester. So that was exciting. And then when I tried their system, when I made up the schedule of the reading showcase, focus lesson, student team lit, self-selected, I found that my students really did like the structure and that they did need the structure.
My classes, the 3 of them differ greatly. Attendance, first period attendance can be a problem. So I do have to alter my plan of events. Sometimes I give them a little bit more pre-class and as I'm taking attendance, and then I might quickly have a showcase, or I might go back to my showcase depending on how much it fits into the focus lesson or the student team lit. Third period is a full class. busy class, energetic, great to volunteer. They work in groups the best, I would say. They're older, they know how to, I can count down to 10 and they will get into a group. Some of them might roll their eyes, but they will get into a group. They work well, they ask good questions, they ask questions, which some classes are quiet. They don't say too much. First period, I think they're a little tired. Fifth period is a challenge, to say the least. We've come a long way, and I think this program has helped them to come in. They expect pre-class, they expect to be quiet while I read something for showcase. Student Team Lit is altered sometimes for them just because group work can get hectic. It's a big, big class. But they do it, and they know that that's a treat. When I let them get into their groups and do Student Team Lit, then that's important to them. And then they like to end the day with self-selected. They like to pick a book and read. So it works through all my 3 classes. I have to vary it a little bit, but it usually works.
I enjoyed being able to teach the students different strategies for reading. I think teachers sometimes take for granted that students automatically know how to read and that they are automatically to gain meaning from what they read. And in this type of curriculum, I think it helps students and teachers take a look at the real process which goes on when one reads. The fact that you can't simply read words, you have to connect meaning to the words, and if you're not doing that, then you're not reading. So I think that the curriculum does a very good job with doing that.